Okay, so welcome to the third session of Flutter Festival Romania. 1 second, because I'm trying to figure out my windows here. So welcome, guys. We already waited for participants, so we are like 6, expecting more. This is Flutter Festival, the third session in our program of creating an app for GDG Meetup. This event is created by our volunteers and for the first time with GDG Cluj-Napoca. And thanks a lot, Octavian Hasna and Andrei Muntean, for being with us and helping organizing such a series of, I don't know if tutorials are probably live coding sessions, workshops. Okay, I would like to share my screen and present the wonderful interactive video of Flutter Festival, because it is very nice. So here it is. I will give my sound to you guys and let's see the introduction video.
Attention, all passengers. Special announcement. New destinations have been announced. Please be advised and plan accordingly. All aboard.
Yay, Flutter Festivals 2022. Maybe next year we'll be having a more in-person meetings into Flutter Festival. Why not? We are actually pretty great on pandemic situations, so we can meet in person in Romania without any problems. Okay, so thank you for all sponsors that are sponsoring this event. You can find them on the meetup pages that we have. So Flutter Festival is started from 20th of January and ends on April 30 of April, sorry. We have in our events, we have a 5-session series of live coding workshops in which we try to develop a mobile app from, I don't know, the splash screen to the about page for GDG Meetup. So expect to find more about Flutter, and also we really encourage you to get out and help me when I'm trying to code, and also code along with me. I'm a beginner in Flutter. I'm a full stack web developer, and I started learning Flutter not so many months ago. So you will find me that I don't know, have some glitches, and please collaborate, because it feels like really nice. Last session was about a lot of collaborating, and we finished up this app. So let me show you the demo. We have the loading screen with a spinner, with a call in an API, and then this homepage with a drawer. We also implemented a route management way with named routes. And yeah, in the previous sessions, we discussed about SVGs, packages, and how actually to get started and create this kind of app in, I don't know, 3 hours or almost 3 hours. Okay, Livia is not with us today. So I'm trying to find you guys. Okay, so Livia unfortunately is not with us today. Probably it will be later, we don't know. But you have me, and you have to stick with me until the end. So make sure that you have the ID in place and you can code along. we launched a manual on how to get started and how to install Flutter in order to just get this application from the repo and compile it and launch it. Okay, and don't forget, we have on the Google, on the Meetup page, we mentioned about the Discord group. Usually someone is pasting this link. I will do this myself today. So make sure that you join the Discord group. There are more Flutter enthusiasts, and we also have a separate channel for Flutter Festival in case you need to get some help or to discuss with someone about the projects that we do here. So just let me paste the link into the chat. This is a Discord group. Okay. Today we'll be creating the events screen, and we'll be playing a little with scroll views and some controllers. We'll be using the scroll controller a lot in order to get the most of the interaction with a scroll view. And also we'll be trying to match the model that in the future we'll be integrating for our events. It seems like meetup.com does not have really an open way to fetch data from the page. There are two ways to crawl the data from the website, but also I think we can design an endpoint for retrieving this data in the future and populating the events page formally without any problem. So welcome, guys, and let's get started into coding. Why not? Okay, so we'll be talking about this widget here. 1 second. So let's go on these views. Yeah, so here is a brief documentation of the list view and how to create a list view. This is a widget that puts elements one on top of each other, and also when you have like a list that is not actually having a starting and an ending point, and you want to be scrollable, or the limits are dynamic, you can use actually a list view. For this, let's create another screen in our app. So remember that everything that we do into the lib folder. Yeah, we have the main file in which we created some a material app widget configuring the routes here and returning the home screen, returning the splash screen, sorry. The home screen is just defined for the home route. So in this situation, we create another screen, which is events screen. I don't really know if I'm able to hear you, so just test along with me a little. So I don't think I'm hearing you.
We are
okay.
all on mute.
Thank you, Adrian. So I was just panicking. I can hear you if you guys want to tell me something. So thank you. Okay, so we have the event screen, and we'll be adding a stateless widget for the moment called events screen. Okay, let's bring the material, the darts library. Okay, so we basically, let's convert this into a center widget, and we can add a child for this widget to be a text in which we can write events screen. Good. Then we will be adding a new route here. So we have events Okay. And we pass an event screen instance. Okay, so basically this means like we are able to go to navigate to this screen, into the home screen, into the drawer. Let's replace this item 1 with events, and on top we can go to the navigator and we can go for push named method with and on the route events. So basically what we have now, so I haven't got to restart the app, I just did it to start from scratch. So hot reload actually populated this drawer. So when we click events, we have the events screen. Very interesting. So let's go into the event screen and return and wrap the center widget with a scaffold. And here is the parameter is body. So yeah, we have the events screen. Okay. In this situation, we just need to add a list view. Let's insert an up bar here just for navigation reasons. And also, yeah, just put the up bar in place. Okay. What leading actions? Oh, title. I totally forgot what I. Okay, events or GDG events. Okay, this title should be a widget. So let's put a text widget here with this title as a property. Okay, so we have the navigation now in place. It seems very nice, but how can we fix this to be closed by default? So we need somehow when we pop this screen to have the drawer hidden. So we should pop twice. Basically, it's something that comes from here. So when you open the drawer, you click on events. Okay, you pop this screen and you then go to the, so I think this can be a fix. I don't really know it. So let's see, navigator pop. So this closes the drawer and then we can push to events. Yeah. This is nice. Okay. Can we do pop and pushed in like pop and then push? Nah. Okay, good. Let's create the list view. So the list view that we will be creating, it's we can add it into a container here. Okay, and then we can go for list view builder. Perfect. Okay, and let's go for the item builder. pass the context and the index, and here we'll be returning style. Okay, and into the list style we can add the title of item, or yeah, put it like this way, item. And here we have to close this. Ta-da! So we have a list. Okay, we need also to pass how many items are in this list. So we have the property item count. Let's put like 2 elements, or I don't know, 13 elements. Okay. Good. So this is what it takes to have a list in place. And this is it. See you next time. Okay, so we'll be playing a little with everything that stays into this scroll event, like when you scroll it up or scroll it down, when you stop it, when you want to scroll it manually, and actually when you hit the bottom of the list or the top of the list. Yeah. So for this, we'll be adding this container into a column, and we create another container here. Okay. Let's set up a height of 50. Okay, and also we can go for color, make like colors. Let's go for green. And also the child of the container will be this text, okay, of status for the moment. Okay, this container should be replaced with this unexpanded. And now we have this beautiful status bar. I think we have to wrap it into a center, and this will take all the width. Sorry, no. So let's make, instead of okay, what happened? Why is this so?
I think you should try and wrap it in a row.
Yeah, but I want a single element, so I want.
Yeah, but so
we can go for width for the moment.
You can use width with media query size width.
Let's go for media query of context. Okay, and we have size width. Yeah. It was that infinity property that I think we can use it also here. Okay, so we have the status in place right now. Okay, so what we'll be doing for the first time is to add somehow a logic that will discover if the element is on top, or if we listed all the way to the top, or we scrolled it all the way to the bottom. Okay, and for this means like this message will be, it will be changed dynamically. So this leads us to converting this stateless widget into a stateful widget. Okay, and we can add here a property. Let's go for status here. Okay, and we'll be adding this status here. So for the moment, it will be empty. Okay, and in order to get access to those events that are happening behind all the stuff that we are doing in the list view, we need to pass a controller. We need to create a controller for this that will take care about triggering, notifying us, everything that triggering all the events and actually letting us passing callbacks to some of the events. So for this to be done, we just need to create a scroll controller. Let's make it final. Scroll controller. And we have like we can make this private. Okay, and we create a new instance of a scroll controller. Okay, the value isn't used because we want this controller to be so we need to pass this controller to the list view controller, and it's actually this controller. Everything should be like normally, but now we can pass some callbacks to this controller. So let's create method called scroll listener that will handle what we that will handle the scroll events, and this method will be passed to the init state. So to the init state method. Let's override it. Okay, and also we have to call the method from the parent. Okay, and now actually we can pass to the init, this init state method. We can pass to the controller, add listener, and we can add this scroll listener that we created. Sorry. Okay. So basically, again, nothing happens because we haven't got any logic here. But now we'll be updating the scroll listener to see the limits of the list, and also update this message accordingly. So we have, if this controller offset is bigger than the position of the mass scroll extend, and also this controller position is not out of range. Okay, let's update this message. So we have this status equals you reached the bottom. Okay. So nothing happened because we don't call the set state method. So let's go after each. Okay. We can call the set state here, like set state, right? Okay, and we change the status. Let's see. Well, it seems like it doesn't work. So come on. The status that we have is here. So I just want to rebuild the app and maybe something happened. So no, the message is not updating. What actually happened?
Yeah, the message updated when you reached.
Oh, but why so with so much delay? Okay.
I don't know, but a word, if I may,
Sure.
when you add stuff to init state, when you add code in init state, you need to basically reinitialize that screen, that widget fully.
Yeah. So
if
this
it's a
is why
screen,
we restarted the app.
yeah. So
Yeah.
if it's a screen, you can basically pop in and re-push it without restart.
Oh, so basically we can save and then go back
Yes.
and reload.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Come on, I want to reach the bottom. You reach the bottom, but so delayed. This is like crazy. Okay, let's go for the other side. Like, okay, if controller offset this time is lower or equal than controller. Come on, position. Okay, minimum scroll extent, and this is not out of range. Okay, we can set again the state with you reach the top. And basically, okay, it is working. I just you reach the bottom, you reach the top. It seems like my laptop is going crazy, and this is it. Okay, so this way we actually created this controller. We passed the controller, like Adrian mentioned, into our last session, in which we had that problem related to a controller also. I don't mind Romanian, but just the fact that tot sunt în the yeah, so because this session, thank you, Adrian, because this session started to be in English on YouTube, we'll be going on English also. So thank you very much, guys, for supporting this. Okay, so we pass the controller to the list view, yeah, and then we just add a listener, yeah, a scroll listener and we manage here to find out if somehow the client ended the scrolling the list in any way by going to the bottom or going to the top. Okay. So yeah, now let's go a little and play with some buttons because we can scroll the list without any problem, but we can also scroll the list by manually triggering the scroll, or yeah. So 1 second. Okay, thank you. Let's go into this container here. And actually now we can convert it to a row. or at least we can wrap it into a row. And let's add some buttons here. We had an elevated button with an empty callback for the moment, and a child that is a text of string up. And down, you can bring me up. Okay, so I think we have a problem here. Oh, sure, yeah. So let's disable this width. And also this container. So let's, yeah, we passed the row the wrong way. So I will just be removing this widget from here, remove this widget, okay? And instead of having this center child, will be adding a row, okay, with children's. First children will be this button, and then we have the container, or at least I think we can directly pass the text, which is the status. Okay, let's see. Okay, here we can go for a center widget. Perfect. No, we can't go for the center widget. We have to just pass the main axis alignment. With main axis alignment space between. Okay, and then we'll be passing another button, which will be called down. So those will be the buttons that will help us scroll the list. Okay, and for this we'll be creating some callbacks. And let's go and create the first one, which is called move up. Okay, here we'll be using the same controller that we declared a few moments ago, and we can use the animate2 method with controller offset for a duration of and we can use 500 milliseconds. Okay, so, and we also here pass the curve. Okay, so we pass the offset. Okay, and we scroll it with a property that, that will, so let's scroll it with 100. So I'll reload the page and then we can go up. Oh, sorry, we haven't. Let's create the move down also, and then we pass the methods and test if everything is okay. So move down. Okay, and here we have we add some pixels. So on pressed, we just pass the move up callback. And on pressed here, we pass the move down callback. Let's see. Okay, we have problems here because we actually have code problems. Okay, it seems that it's scrolling with 100. It seems too much. Let's go for 15. Let's see, 50, it's okay. So this way, we actually scroll the list by programmatically. So what we did, we created a button in which we passed this a callback that is animating the scroll for creating actually the new position of the controller. So animate 2 goes to this point into 500 milliseconds, and it is right. Okay, let's see. You reach the bottom. We still have those. Okay, so I'm reading the chat now. Controller position at edge and oh yeah. So that is shorter, that is comparison of out of range. And okay. Let's go for detecting the other events of this scroll view, and for this we'll be using a widget which is called notification listener for this scroll. So we listen for a scroll notification. Okay. And we also pass on notification callback. It should return true. What happened here? So let's pass this parameter. Okay, so now we added a notification listener. This means like, well, for each scroll notification, we actually how is it? Well, we detect the event. So yeah, let's go and make some decisions here. We also, let me keep the return true in place. So if this scroll notification is a scroll start notification, yeah, we go and change the set state, the status message with scrolling started. Okay, so basically when we start to scroll, we see the message is updated. Let's go for an else if scroll notification here is a scroll update notification. This means like it is it is actually scrolling, so there is a updates between positions. We can go and set us a message of scrolling updated. Okay. Oh, so I see here something interesting. There is a scroll notification metrics. What? So I want to see actually the position. Okay. We have two string as fixed, and we have to pass fractional digits. So let's put like two digits. Yeah, scroll updated at. Okay, and also we detect the event for finishing the scrolling. Scroll notification is scroll and notification. Okay. And for this, we go and set the status. Scrolling ended. And also at. I think we can go and detect where the user started scrolling in all the callbacks. So let's see. Yeah, I don't see. So I see two lines in a play. Oh, it is minus. I don't see the old events that we had. You reach the top. So probably it's a problem of the emulator. The notification listener, it somehow overrides the message more often than our listener here. Okay. So yeah, this is how we play with a list. Let's make these items to be dynamic. So instead of having this static item, let's create actually a list of items. So we go here into our class and we can go like list of strings, and it is called items. Let's put it like an empty list. Okay, into the init state, we can go and add some items to this list. So okay, we can generate. Let's go for I don't know, 50. Okay, and here we pass actually the returning of item. Oh, okay. Sorry. So this we populated the list with of 50 elements called like item 1, item 2, item 3 until the end. Okay, and if we want to make this list populating dynamically, instead of item count, we need to pass the item's length. So now we have 15 elements and into the item builder, we need to pass the items that stays into the index position. And this takes care about populating the list. And this is how we played with the list. Any questions, any opinions until now? Come on.
Yeah, I have one.
Yes.
Sorry. You should always dispose of the controller. You should override the dispose method of the stateful widget and add a callback to controller.dispose, because otherwise that scroll controller will be left in memory.
Okay. So would you lead me to do this?
You can do it right under the init state. You can make the dispose state function. You can overwrite it. No, separate the function. Yeah.
Yeah. Dispose state.
Yeah. Sorry, dispose, not dispose state.
I don't know why it's not auto-completing me when I'm trying to. Okay, good. And we have controller dispose.
Dispose, yes.
Yeah, thank you.
No problem.
This method overrides a method annotated as must call super in state, but
Yeah.
doesn't invoke. Okay.
You have to call super
Mm.
state. Call super state after you've done all the disposing.
Oh yeah, this is like in the other, like opposite to this, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool. So we dispose the controller. So this means if I'm not having this method here, this override here, this means like if I'm getting back and returning to the screen, I'll be having the same scrolling.
No, you'll most likely generate a new scroll controller, and that one will be left in memory as dangling.
Very nice. Very nice. Cool. Cool. Yeah, so let's populate some elements here. Let's go like this. We need to, when we get into the screen, we need to set up a loader and take some data from an API. We'll be trying to convert that API into some objects and then populate with that answer here. So if we remember from the splash screen, we had this circular progress indicator that was it was shown until we actually finished the application. We need to set up a way to decide if the circular progress indicator was should be displayed or not. So let's go for this event screen here and let's set up a Boolean of called is loaded. This is false. And instead of having this list view also with the buttons, so we have this column here, we can go for deciding if is loaded. And if it is loaded, if it is not loaded, then we have a circular progress indicator. We can set up the same color that was into the main screen, colors.red. So basically we have this, which is ugly. Let's go and center this. Oh, sorry, I pressed the wrong. Okay. My laptop is going just crazy. 1 second. Come on. Is this loader that is overwhelming? So my RAM got crazy when the loader started. Yeah, so bear with me, guys. My laptop is just stuck. Come on. What can I close to do this work? Okay, so it is now good. It seems to. Oh, the camera is off.
You could close the emulator and compile on Mac OS.
Always a better solution to go into the web. So let me force close the emulator because everything is like stuck. Force quitting. Okay, the camera is back. It seems like we'll be having some luck. Okay, force quit application. Do you guys have this problem when you code into Flutter? Things going crazy suddenly. Poof.
Not really.
No, maybe it's the simulator.
I don't know. It doesn't seem to be the simulator. I closed it and we still have problems. So
Yeah, the screen sharing is taking a lot of resources.
let's restart the screen sharing.
I'm
I
not
have
sure
an
if it works.
optimizer for my Mac. I will run it a little. Is this me or? Clean up some junk. Okay. It seems like it is back. So let's share again the screen. Probably this massive resolution of sharing the screen into 8K. Okay, so let's wrap this circular progress indicator into what? Because I forgot, into a center. A widget, put a comma here and save it. Everything is arranged well, and we need to compile it to. Let's go for.
Go for Mac
Chrome.
OS. No, you should better go for Mac OS because it in Chrome you don't have hot reload. In Chrome
But
you only have hot
you always
restart.
have command refresh.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah. Let's go for macOS. So, in other words, today I was able to push my first app into the test flight of Apple. They approved my company account, and it seems like I can actually. I just pushed an empty app to see how it works. So basically, you see, I have it also has the Flutter logo, and if you open it, it's blank. But it is in test flight, and I'm able to pass the app to 10,000 people to test, which is pretty great. It encourages you a lot to I don't know, to go further and finish the app. So yeah, for me it's a big milestone. Okay, I had a really big problem on understanding how things are going into the store. So it seems like, yeah, that it is that approval process. I don't know what they are checking there. It seems like before going to production, you have to provide them accounts, and they will be, I don't know, I imagine it's someone testing manually the app. Not sure, but I imagine this. So yeah, it seems like it took me like half an hour to post it, and the achievement is like big.
By the way, how fast could you make a developer account on for iOS? Did you had any problems?
Well, being by yourself, so just like a single person, you can create it like right away. But I find out that there are some like legal problems that you should handle by yourself if you're not behind a company. So imagine that GDPR problems are your direct problems if something happened with your apps and your clients. And for the account, for the business account, it took me like, I think 3 days. It seems like this number, there is a specific number, DUNS number, that Apple uses for deciding or finding out it is a legit company or not. It seems like this number, it is not all over the world. Not all companies have this number, and you should apply for this. But in Romania, if you have a company, it seems like this system, it is already integrated that you obtain a DUNS number by default by creating your business.
But you didn't have any payment issues whatsoever, from what I understood, right?
No, so I created the account. They validated it, and then someone called me and asked me about my website, about my company, about everything that I have there in terms of development for Apple. And then they was like, okay, I will be sending you an approval and give me a backup contact in case, I don't know, I can find you. And then you can pay. And I paid like $99 or something for 1 year. And that was it. So it was pretty simple.
Congrats. It took me 4 or 5 months to be able to open an Apple developer account because I had payment issues. It wouldn't withdraw money from my account. It failed all the time.
Okay.
Yeah. So it took me not sure. There was an issue which was mentioned by a lot of people, but Apple said it wasn't any of their fault. Their system was good. The banking, they said that the bank is the problem. When I called the bank told there wasn't any request for withdrawal. And this happened for me multiple times on multiple accounts. I even asked someone from Belgium. Someone I met from Belgium to try and pay for me, and he couldn't.
I get
very
it.
Strange.
I get it. Was it a Romanian bank?
From my account, yes. But that person had a Belgian account.
Yeah.
I also tried with Revolut, and basically after 4 months, the process had to be restarted, and eventually Apple support helped me.
Yeah, so basically, I think there wasn't really a problem. It was probably a glitch, but the process was smoother for you. So if you were able to pay, actually, I don't see any blockers.
Actually, the awkward part was that at the last time when I tried, again, I got the same error like all the times previously. And after 2-3 weeks of talking with support from Apple, they manually withdrawn the money from my account without me doing anything extra.
Yeah, this is very strange. Thank you for sharing, because we know what we can't do if they say like, I'm not able to withdraw your money. Come on.
Yeah.
Okay, so we go further. I just created the Mac app. Okay, so let's await for a future, and we simulate the future delayed for a duration. Oh my God. Of 5 seconds. Okay. Expect, but you work so bad. Okay. And let's actually move this into another method called, because we'll be replacing this with a load data, with a call for loading the data. Yeah, so sorry, we have to make it async. Good. So we have here to await after load data. Okay. And okay. After loading the data, we consider the is loaded to be true. And also, I think we have to put this into a set state method. Is loaded with capital L. Okay. And after everything is generated, the controller is added, we can init the app. Okay, so we added a loader to our container. Let's see. Oh my God, Mac. Do you guys hear how louder this, like, the coolers are working?
No.
Okay, is this compiled? Let's see, we go for the events page. Okay, yay. So we simulated the API call. The scroll view doesn't work. Oh my God. Yeah, so there is no scrolling event for mouse on macOS, because they are not having any touchscreen. But you can navigate with the buttons.
For scroll.
Oh, you can
mouse
scroll with two fingers.
Oh.
Oh, so you can scroll using your touchpad or your mouse, but you can drag it. This is nice. Okay. And I said, like, we need to create a list of items to pass. Let's see, let's create a JSON here object. I love this JSON parser. I'm using it all the time to see plain JSONs. Okay, let's add here. So this is an object of, can we put it this way? Yeah. So this is actually an array, and we can add the first object. This is an associative object, which means, like, here we have to put the property, I don't know, event name. Okay. And also event description. This is the description of the event. I don't know if you guys are able to see my screen. Okay, and also event date. And we need here like it is, I don't know, 2022 03 10 of March at 6 p.m. And also event status, which is upcoming. Okay. And we can add at least 3 events. So this is the object that we expect from an, I don't know, an API with the configuration of our needs. So we need this data to be into the list, like the event title and probably the date. We need to sort them out by the status of upcoming, past, or I don't know. And also we can use this date for, we can use the description for the event page. And yeah, we can add later an event photo, an event image. Okay. Let's go and use my favorite tool, JSON to Dart. And we'll be converting using this online converter. There are a lot of online converters. Basically, what this will do is matching the properties from the class with converting this JSON to an OOP manner, object-oriented manner. So those are like, this is a class called event, and I will be translating you immediately what this stands for. So there are these are nullable. Let's go and create this event class, event model that I think we can go for event model. Okay. Copy, and we can go into our Visual Studio Code, we create a new folder called models. Okay, and we can add this file, which is like event model Dart, and we can paste here the result. So lowercase with underscores. Sorry. So there are a lot of errors. Let's see what we can do in this situation. So basically, we had our string properties here, which they are like the event name, which is a string, the description string, the date also string, and all the options are string, yeah. And we also have a list of events. So this is like they match actually all the properties, yeah. So event name, description. So if I'm passing here like event status equals false, let's say this is the model, so they are like event status will be a Boolean. They ask for passing all the parameters into the constructor. We can set up those required and get rid of the question mark, or also we can give them initial properties like empty strings and also get rid of this. So we also have to put it require, sorry. So yeah, they see the chance to pass this null. So we have to set up as required if you need to.
Excuse me, Alex. You can pass default values to the constructor argument.
Okay.
And then you can remove the required keyword.
Okay. So okay, but now it seems like he expects to be initialized anyway.
I think you can there you can use the null aware operator to give it a default value.
Probably this is the best idea to have it like this.
Or that, yeah.
Yeah, unnecessary new keyword. So let's get rid of this. Don't access members with this unless avoiding shadowing. So yeah, they're getting the best from object-oriented programming, but it seems like Flutter don't like this. And also use collection literals when possible. Well, this is too much. We can use that map. Okay. So we have the event. I don't get it here. So they said like, okay, so the convention wasn't the convention to be camel case into the name of the classes. They ask for something like this.
Yes.
Let's go in refactor then. How can I refactor this in all the places? And there are no errors. So they are, probably they are replacing everything into, where is this? Yeah, so they are making the replacement for us. This is great. This is great. Okay, and also the splash screen. Okay, good. So now we are Flutter compliant. I'm closing all the files, and because we have the model now into the event screen, we need, let's imagine that in this load data, we obtain this answer into the JSON and we send it to the to JSON method, yeah, which will be retrieving this map. So probably it is a good idea to try to get the string in place. So, and then we can just call the API and just replace this. So here we have this upcoming, or let's set up this to be passed. Okay. Is this parsing automatically? No. So is there any way to pass all the strings with lines into a variable? In PHP, there is something called.
There is a multi-line that keyword. You can have multi-line strings using okay.
2 ways to create multi-line strings in Dart.
There are 3 apostrophes at the start and 3 at the end.
This is almost the same into PHP. So yeah, nice. We do like this, and then we do like this. And we put all the answer here. Okay, so let's create now, after this list, which is looking so not good. Make it looking better. Yes. Okay. After this, we can go and create a list of events. Event model. Events, which will be event model from JSON, and we can pass the JSON. What did he say? A value of type event model can be assigned to a variable like list event model, changing the, okay, probably we need to pass the same map string object. But I wanted to, isn't it right?
You need to cast it first
Dynamic, sorry.
to a list dynamic first, and then every element of that list used from JSON.
So let's see. We have just from JSON, okay. Oh, sorry. We have to cast the JSON first into a string dynamic.
No.
Help me out.
First you need to decode it. There is a JSON decode function. It's a global function.
JSON decode of JSON.
Okay.
And this was okay here, like the list of the events, no?
No, a list of dynamic.
Why?
It's a casting issue here. Because the JSON is returning a list of dynamics elements. It doesn't know what type of element each item is in the list.
Okay.
And just use JSON decode to remove that from JSON event model.
Sorry?
Remove event model from JSON, from around the JSON decode. Leave just JSON decode.
Okay, I get it.
Okay, now you can go. Now you can iterate through each of it and call from JSON to each element. So you can create a list of event model, right? Now. Okay.
Yeah.
And call events, the list.
Okay.
No. The events, the above route. Events dot map. Okay. Now you can call here event model from JSON for each for each element. No, it was good.
1 second. Yeah.
No. Put the E inside the round bracket.
Okay.
Okay. Now there call event model from JSON for each element. Okay, use that E. Okay, and then to list. It should be to list. at the end of parentheses. No. To list. Okay.
Let's see what we did here.
Okay.
List set event model.
You have curly brackets around the event model from JSON.
Sorry. Yeah. Now I see it.
Okay, cool.
Okay, and now we have all the events. Thank you.
No problem.
Okay, so we can go to the events object now here into the list. Like we have events object. We have to, 1 second. We have to mix to make this somehow globally available. So let's create an empty list here of the events. Okay. And now we can get the events object length. Okay. And I think now we can go for events objects of index. Okay. And we can get the event name. They are not sure that the event name is set up, so
Add an exclamation point, exclamation mark.
this is not good, you know.
You could always use the 2 question marks and then an empty string.
Yeah, probably this is a like this is called like how this is ternary operator, but this is like a short ternary operator.
Yeah, null aware operator or something like that. It's called.
What's the problem here? So we have to what? We said, okay, after that we have to populate the events object, no?
Yes, you have to give the okay, good.
Well, this is it. Set state.
No, you're giving the value of the list to the local event object. You need to give it the value to the
Okay.
class
Yeah,
member.
thank you. Events object. But we can put it direct here without any problem, and also we can move this to the set state.
Yes.
Let's see. We have an API that loads in 5 seconds, guys. This is an event, this is an event, this is an event. Ta-da. Cool. Cool. What can we have more? I think this is it, no? We need, next time we need to pass this implementation to an API. So we need to get the data from the API and also populate the list. And we'll be creating a new event page and also some of other features that stands for this app. So basically what we have now, let's create a simulation from scratch. We have the splash screen with a loader. After it loads, we have this home page that we need to set up somehow. Let's get rid of those elements, the back button, and we can put here, this is a safe area. Okay, let's remove everything and put a center here with a text for the moment. Okay. Come on, refresh. Okay. And now we have the drawer here with the events that simulates the loading of the API. Okay. And we have all the callbacks for scrolling. Probably we'll be getting rid of this. We just let it until we will be eventually cleaning up the application. Okay, so this was it for today. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know, guys, if you have any questions or things to share with us. Come on. Okay, if there is not anything to be said, like, okay, I hear you.
I'll give it a try. So when you need to load some data before building the UI, you could also use a future builder. Just so you know, if you didn't know by now, you could look at future builder and use that for loading data at start.
Let's see. Oh, okay. I ended up my screen sharing. So this is a feature builder.
Yeah.
It is the widget of the week in some of the weeks. So oh yeah. So where do you put it into the init state or where?
The future you have to start before the code. So yeah, you can put it in its state or before in its state.
Okay,
Like,
okay. And then you just pass this. I don't
yeah.
see the feature builder here. So okay.
There you.
Ah, okay. Oh, I get it. Totally get it. So into the build method, they pass the future builder. Okay, which is doing this method here, calculation. Calculation says like this is a delayed method. Okay, this is looking very nice. Also, let's find more. And then what's this snapshot here?
There you can have, you can see the state, if it has data or not, if it has any errors.
Oh, this is a really nice approach. And also you can pass the children's. Good, a really nice approach. Thank you.
No problem.
So if you like, and if you have time, could you please create a branch and a PR for this? Like, or next time, maybe we discuss a little about it and we can add actually the API into a feature builder. I'm making a note. Okay, so we'll be implementing the API call with the feature builder in this way. Thank you very much for sharing. And thank you also for your support. You're like my right hand. Okay, guys. Are there any other questions? Okay, what do you do on the weekend? I'm stopping the recording. So 1 second. This was the event. Thank you for being with us. This is an event part of Flutter Festival 2022, our Romania side. This event was created with in collaboration with GDG Cluj-Napoca. So Octavian Hasna and Adrian Muntan, thank you very much. Also, thank you, Andrea Tudoraki and Liviu Luca and Mihalis Bordei for hosting this event, and creating this event. And see you next time. We have 2 more events. Bye. Let me finish and the recording. Bye.